Peace, love, and light, beloveds. Peace, love, and light. I'm back. I know I told you I was going to start posting more regularly. However, the universe is teaching me that whenever you make plans, they can be easily disrupted. So stop planning and just go with the flow. So that's my new theory. I'm going with the flow of things. And I had previously recorded this video a few minutes ago, about 20 minutes ago. But I had meditation music playing in the background, and because I don't have proper equipment as of yet, still it was creating a lot of static and interfering with the audio. So I had to re-record and do it without any background sound. So in the future, what I will be doing is using my podcast equipment to record so I can have a more clear quality. And so I'll probably be wearing headphones. You'll see me with that, and I'm not sure how I'm going to do the setup. You may or may not be able to see the microphone, but I'm going to have to speak into a microphone to do it. But hey, I'll be killing two birds with one stone because I can post here and also post it on my podcast, something I have been procrastinating on, which is funny because you'll find out why later. But what I did was, in the previous video, at the end, I did a surrender reading to see what we need to surrender to as a collective, okay? So I had already got the cards, which I don't like to do. I like to pull the cards on screen so people know I didn't pick them out, and that they came out on their own. But these cards are so relevant, I chose to keep them anyway and still give the reading basically without all the fancy shuffling and stuff. So, a couple of people who have my personal information have been asking me, when am I going to post again? We need more videos. I love the content. So thank you. I love you. I appreciate the following. I appreciate you reaching out. So here I am posting, and I haven't posted in a while because the energy since 2020 has started has been so heavy. Every time I want to post about something, something else comes up and something else comes up. And I hear and see so much spiritually that it becomes very draining. And so I have been extremely drained of energy over the last few months, on top of a lot of personal energy drainage going on around me. I'm very much the protective mother, and so I get really involved in my children's lives, and that has drained me, not because they require me to, but because I've been having a hard time letting go and surrendering. So that's another reason why I chose to keep these cards, because it was really relevant, not just for me, but for the collective as well. And we are getting ready to go into the winter season. Somebody's knocking. Excuse me, pause. Okay, I apologize for the delay. That was maintenance coming to check on some things. But as I was saying, we're getting ready to go into the winter months, and things are going to let me say this, things are going to appear to be very dark and very scary in the media and so forth. I encourage you to withdraw and draw from a lot of the negative stuff that's going on in the media. This is a time to go within. Again, when COVID first hit, it was a stay home for a spiritual reason, not for the coronavirus or anything like that. It was source or the universe or God's intention to get you to sit down and pray and meditate and hear from your highest self so you can elevate along with the earth while it's going through its ascension to 5-dimensional reality, which again is all about the collective. It's all about the oneness. It's all about ending the separation, the division, the fighting, everything. It's just about coming together, the true unity. All right? It's about twin flame union, if you believe in that. We are all looking for that one, the one to complete us, when all actuality, we are all one, okay? We were one soul, And we divided ourselves into two separate bodies so we could experience ourselves outside of ourselves and see if we could recognize ourselves within ourselves. Love your neighbor as you love yourself. Okay? You can come together and you can build houses and stuff, right? So it was a call to go within and get in tune with your highest self, get in tune with your Christ self, get in tune with your God self, get in tune with your co-creative self. This is the void. This is the time to create the world that you really and truly want to live in, because it all starts here first. I tell you guys that all the time. It's in the mental before it ever gets put into the physical. So whatever you're seeing in your reality, you created it here first, and you can only change it here first, okay? So for those of you that are still stuck in the fear, again, which is nothing but false evidence appearing real, here are some tips for you as we go through these coming months. Stock up on candles, flashlights, generators if you can afford it. If you can't afford generators, stock up on charcoal and get a grill in case your power goes out. You can still cook, all right? Stock up on non-perishable items, tuna fish, peanut butter, honey, beans, chili, things like that. You can still cook on a grill should your power go out. Stock up on plenty of water. Stock up on lemons and ginger and mint, things like that. Stock up on essential oils to help build your immune system up. Rack up on vitamins. You can go to Dollar Tree and they have really great vitamins. Rack up while you can, okay? Just stock up on things that you would need to survive. Band-aids, first aid kits, bug repellents and stuff like that, because insects and things like that will start to look for places to hide when the weather gets cold. And then if your power is out, you're going to want to need to see what's crawling around in there, whether you keep your home tidy or not, okay? So please take these kind of things seriously, but at the same time, don't be in fear of anything, okay? Again, I speak, majority of my followers are still religious based, still in the religious cave, I will call it, and they still believe in a God outside of self. So, for that purpose, if you are in that group, then know that you are already protected. You are already covered. God is already in control. God already knows and sees everything. Okay, according to your own belief system, all of this was predetermined before we were born, and we have no control over any of it other than to operate in faith. All right? So, stop with these masks, okay? It lowers your immune system. Regardless of what you think, if you don't believe me, if you want to believe paper, whatever, sit down, meditate, talk to God. He will tell you, all right? He will tell you. You're already covered. You're covered in the blood. He already gave you the power to heal yourself when you accepted Jesus Christ as your Lord and Savior. So what are you afraid of? It's mind control. Your mind is what they are after. All right. It's always been what they've been after. Mental slavery. Once you free your mind, you'll see that we've never been enslaved. It's a perception that was fed to us because we were blind. But now we see. 2020 is all about clear vision, about the truth being revealed. This is actually about masks coming off. And they want you to keep the mask on because they don't want you to see who they really truly are. And you want to know why? You don't want to see who they really and truly are because guess what? You created that reality here first. I don't see a lot of stuff. You want to know why? I don't own a television. I don't own a television. I don't subscribe to a newspaper. If I see too much negative things on my social media pages, I won't get on social media. I'd rather spend the day doing stupid stuff like Candy Crush and things like that. But you know what? In my world, I am absolutely royal. And in my world, I am not subjected to a lot of racism or hatred or crime or any of that. My daughters are. And they live with me and they bring a lot of that into my environment. But me personally, I am not affected by any of that because I live in my mind And that's a special place for anybody who really knows me. They get privy to a lot of great stuff that other people don't get to see, right? But they love it there, right? And that's why I'm their friend, because they know that they can come to me and we can build each other up and we can laugh together and we can love each other and we can be true to who we are in front of each other. And that's why my circle is very small, right? That's power, okay? So, again, prepare for those type of things. But also know this is just testing to see where your mind is, okay? The mind is the most powerful thing. That's why they used to tell you back in the day, don't waste it, right? So, become the creator that you were meant to be, all right? Start writing down what you expect, not in a hopeful way, not in a wishful way, but in an entitled way, okay? Like somebody already told you you're receiving an inheritance of such and such amount of money. And you already got the proof and everything, and you saw it, and you know how good that feels. Write your intentions down with that feeling, and know that it is already yours. Okay, know it is already yours. I'm gonna have to speed this up because I hear somebody moving around in the background, and I don't want to get interrupted. All right, so what are some things we need to surrender to as a collective? Surrender to negative thinking, right? That's the biggest problem. Surrender to negative thinking. You have control over your thoughts. When negative thoughts surface, say thank you for sharing and quickly refocus on positive affirmations. Stop trying to control other people. Everything begins and ends with the self, with these cells, with the DNA. Everything is you. It's all one family. There is no other people, actually. That's all part of the illusion. You're always talking to yourself. Even when you think you're dealing with other people, you're really only dealing with yourself. Card number 2, surrender procrastination. I don't know. I got to get better lighting. Please excuse me. Donations, donations. All right. Now is the time to jump on a goal instead of putting it off. Take action. Taking action will attract success. All right, what are you waiting for? Life is not promised. You're arrogant to think that you have time. You don't have time. You have the moment, and that's all you have. So you can start working on your goal in every moment and hope that you have time for that goal to, you know, flourish into success. But to me, success is waking up with breath every day and being able to say, hey, good morning, I love you, and have a great day. To me, that's success. But everybody has their own perception of success. Being able to do this and brighten somebody's day for me, that's success, whether I get paid for it or not. Yeah, the money's great because I like to buy stuff too. I like to have a roof over my head and heat and food. You know what I mean? But I don't charge because I'm just grateful for my breath. Okay? The next card is surrender your fear of change. We have to change. How else are we going to grow? You want to be a baby all your life? No. We have to change. Life is all about cycles. Okay? All about cycles. Death, rebirth. Things have to die. People have to die. COVID is just another vessel to a means for people to pass on to their next journey. Just like shootings, just like police brutality, all of that, car accidents, drug overdoses, suicide, it's just a means because it's all about what you create here in your mind and how you perceive it. Know that there really is no death. We are eternal, and when we think somebody dies, they're never really gone. We just allowed somebody to tell us they died, and once we received that, that's what we saw. But I don't ever receive that. I always say, you know what? I cry because it's still hard to break out of the physical reality of things sometimes. But at the end of the day, I know that I can always call on them and I can always talk to them. And if I so choose to, I can see them in anything, in another person, in a tree or something reminds me of them. People are always here. They never leave us. Nothing is ever a loss. It's only a lesson. Nothing is ever a loss. It's only a lesson. Nothing is ever a loss. It's only a lesson, and it's all for our growth. Do not be afraid of change. The universe is reminding you that you are cared for always, whether you're afraid of a change in your job, your health, or a relationship, or if you fear aging or death. Repeat the affirmation, I have faith that all is well. All is well in all things. All is well. Allah's wealth. God's wealth. Know that you already entitled to it. You're already covered. You're exactly where you're supposed to be in life. There are no mistakes. It's already been pre-written. You signed up for this and you just don't remember. That's what the awakening is all about. The last and final card. Surrender your desire to control people. Being over controlling can sabotage relationships. To more effectively achieve your goals, back off, regroup, and give the situation some breathing room. You can't control anybody. People can't even control themselves. Why do you think all this transgender, I don't like myself stuff comes from? They can't control how they feel about themselves, so they figure if they slice and dice, that'll give them the happiness that they so desired. But if they had any self-control in the first place and mastered themselves and learned how to love themselves exactly as they were and walked in their truth and walked in their power and walked in their authority, they would have never had to change anything about their physical self. It all starts here first. Love yourself. You come from the divine creator, the same source that created all this beauty that's in the world. You come from that. At some point in time, we saw ugly in ourselves. And that's the only reason why we see ugly in the world. But if you only focus on the beauty, only focus on the beauty, only focus on the love, only focus on the light, then that's all you will ever see. And that's my piece for the day because somebody's coming and I have to end this now. So, peace, love, and light. Be well, be loved, be one. Peace.